everybody? Welcome back to the Dovis Cantina, and today I'm here with Mason. Mason, introduce yourself.
Hello. I run a science fiction fan page.
What do you run it on?
Instagram and YouTube, mostly.
You have a YouTube? Oh, I didn't know that. I'll put the links in the description if I remember when I'm editing this. So go check out. He posts some really good quick facts, content. Consistency is key. So yeah, we have Mason. Mason, it's nice to have you on the podcast today. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so this podcast is a special podcast because this podcast is going to be uploaded before this video I made on my lightsaber. So this podcast is about our experience at Galaxy's Edge from Disney World, Hollywood Studios. So, Mason, how would you, when you first stepped into Galaxy's Edge, what was your reaction?
My first reaction when I went a few years ago was kind of just like in awe, like you stepped into a different world.
Felt like a different world. It was so well. I wonder how much it cost. Every time I walked around, I'm like, I wonder how much this costs.
Way too much.
So, it's, it feels like you're on a different planet. It feels like you're really on Star Wars. Like you're just in the universe.
Yeah, like everywhere we went, the market, the little stores that you can go to, like it was really awesome going there and seeing it. You kind of just forget you're in Disney and not.
So, did you go to did you go to Florida, right? I'm pretty sure. Is there a Galaxy's Edge in California?
I went to the one in Florida. There is one in California, though.
Okay, the Florida one was the one I went to. I wasn't for sure if there was a Galaxy's Edge in California, because, that's Disneyland. Lame.
Yeah,
but
I get enrolled around every single time.
So, did you go with your family, or did you go with, like, a group?
The first time I went was with my family. The second time it was with my family and a bunch of my friends. It was like a three family vacation.
That's sick. For me, guys, I'm not as cool as him, but I went with my high school band. Yeah, it sounds lame, but it was pretty sick. Had all my friends. So, day one, I arrive at Galaxy's Edge. As soon as we're at the Hollywood studio gates, as soon as I check in, like, to scan through, to go through, I sprinted. Like, I got there when it opened, and I sprinted all the way to Galaxy's Edge. But I didn't even take my time. I was running and running, looking for Dokundars because I was so on buying a lightsaber there. And I'm running. As soon as I get there, I'm like, let's go. And I watched videos beforehand, so I kind of knew where I was going. But I didn't, because everything was in Arabic. So I kept running around in circles. And then I finally got the guts to ask a cast member, and then I found it. Next thing I know, I go in there. I'm like, whoa, there's a line. So now I got to go to the back of the line. And I'm at the back of the line. And the lines at Disney, like right when you think it's about to end, they just keep going.
They're pretty insane. Because I've been there the more recent time when I went with a bunch of my friends, we didn't really rush. We just kind of walked and looked and saw everything first. And we thought because it had been so many years since it's been out that the lines wouldn't be too terrible. And it had only been maybe 15 minutes since we walked in, and every line was like 2-3 hours everywhere.
The reason why I ran so fast because I was worried that the lightsaber I wanted was gonna run out of stock, because legacy lightsabers tend to run out of stock, so I wanted one. I did not make this trip just for it to be out of stock. So me and my brother are waiting in the line. And then, guys, Zach, if you ever listen to this, I'm going to keep your honor in here. Well, hopefully we can make a podcast one day. But I plan on have a friend in here, complete stranger. I make friends with him in the line. And we just start talking, about Star Wars, and I showed my podcast channel, and he's really cool. And then one of the cast members is like, "So where are y'all from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." And then he's like, "Texas? I've never heard of that." And then I got thinking, I'm like, "Oh." And then I said, "Yeah, it's like an Uncharted map part on Tatooine, like Mos Pelgo." And he's like, "Mos Pelgo." I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of like that." He's like, "Oh." And then I told him, I'm like, "Yeah, I just did enough bounties to get enough credits to buy this lightsaber." And he's like, "Sick." I'm like, "Yep." The cast members do a good job of making me feel like I'm in Star Wars. Congrats to them. I killed a work there. So while I'm waiting in line, there's this really hot cast member named Bella. Oh my gosh, I couldn't tell you. She was like Padme. Oh, I thought she was, man, she was something. But anyways, I went up to her and I did a Jedi Mind Force choke. I'm like, "You will take a picture with me," and she followed it. And then I got a picture with her.
That's awesome.
And then there was 8 of us because me and my friends were in line too. And then Zach and his brothers were waiting in line. And then Zach's like, "You know what? You just want to go in as a party of 8?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then the cast members ask, "How many in a party?" And he's like, 8. She's like, "Dang!" So we all go in there. And my mind is blown because this place is like a dream come true. Like that Galaxy's Edge, best day of my life. So we're waiting in line, and then it comes to the part where I'm picking my lightsaber. I already made my decision before this, but I was still kind of deciding whether I wanted Kylo Ren or Rey's. But I got Rey's. And I have a twin brother. He got the dark saber, but I do not have that dark saber anymore. Because reasons, I don't have it anymore. But I bought my lightsabers, and then yeah, that's how I got the lightsabers. So the Mason over here tells me that he made a custom lightsaber at Savi's workshop.
Heck yeah.
You want to tell the audience if you could describe the experience on doing that?
The experience was amazing. Honestly, the experience by the lightsaber, because you walk in and it's like there's this guy who's like I guess the narrator instructor kind of thing. He gives you like this huge history on all the lightsabers and tells you what each color means, and then a bunch of other cast members walk by and start giving you pieces as you get to construct it. The guy was amazing, just telling this really cool story about all the different Jedi and like how you are the next Jedi, or like you're the next generation of Jedi, and like this built a really cool atmosphere around it while you're building it. And I recorded the whole thing. I was gonna post it on my YouTube, but the audio broke. Like, so it just screamed at me.
No. No, wait. So you're telling me the audio like doesn't work? Like you can't hear anything?
It was really weird. When I recorded it, it seemed fine, and then I went to go re-listen to it just to make sure, because I don't like posting videos if something, or I don't know, I just double checking it basically, and then halfway through the audio just kind of crackled and cut right when the guy was starting to really tell the story and get like really into it. I was like, well, dang it. You can hear
that sucks.
That's about it.
What color did you choose?
I went with purple, but I might have bought all of them.
You got all the colors? Like at Falcon Does, you bought all the colors?
Well, I didn't find a brand because I didn't know how to find one. But otherwise, yeah, I have all of them.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to make a lightsaber, the elemental nature, and then I was gonna get a purple crystal, but the real crystal I wanted was the white crystal because the white lightsaber sounds so clean.
The white one is.
The which one?
The white one is really sick.
I love the white one.
I think my favorite is probably the purple though, just because like I like Mace Windu.
So is that when you're in the room making your lightsaber, Did they like help you, like construct it, or were you like, oh, like how excited were you just to
They do help
make it?
you. They do help you, but they kind of more focus on some of the younger kids. And I'm 21, so they were like, "Yeah, you know what you're doing. Just kind of let me do it."
You're just like, oh man, I wanted to make my own lightsaber. One of the most annoying questions that I kept getting asked when I was carrying my lightsaber around is that did you customize your lightsaber? And I was like, first of all, I'm like, can you look at the lightsaber and it's not a lightsaber you can customize because it's raised. But you know, I was nice and I was like, no man, I wish. But you're so lucky. Oh my gosh, I just wanted to make my own lightsaber so bad.
Yeah, if you ever go again, you gotta do it.
Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm a sophomore right now, and our band goes every 2 years. So my senior year, I will definitely make my own.
I wish my schools did stuff like that.
Huh?
I wish my schools did stuff like that. We never really did anything fun.
Were you in like a small school, big school?
I was homeschooled for most of my younger years. Then 15 up, I went to like a homeschool co-op thing. So it was kind of small, but like there was a lot of us. It's not like a public school.
How old were you when you went to Galaxy's Edge? Wait, did you get your lightsaber the first time or the second time?
I got the lightsaber the second time.
And how old were you when you got it the second time?
15, 14.
I was about to. Since you said you were 21, I was like, if you went the second time. Wait, did you ever go inside the cantina place in there?
They did let me look inside the cantina, which was awesome. But I don't drink, so they only let me like look for half a second.
For me, I wanted to go in there, but then they said you got to make a reservation. Sorry, I'm like.
Anytime they were very that, but the first time when I was more of a kid, like they didn't care. They just let me look.
Because the Dovis Cantina, you know, you got the cantina part in there, and I just feel like it's necessary to just go in there. I did not film my experience, but I mean, I did film some things. I'll probably put I'll probably put like a montage of all this stuff in the video, but you know, Galaxy's Edge, it's a dream come true. I mean, oh, did you ever buy one of those little thermal detonator sodas?
Yeah, I have like 5 of them.
I have 2 of them. I have a Sprite one and I have a Coca-Cola one. My Sprite one is nowhere to be found, but my Coca-Cola one is up here in my little setup thingy. I have a little background because I'm working on to do webcam podcast or like face cam podcast because I want to start like showing my face and, you know, showing this a background I have, but I still haven't figured out a way to do that efficiently, so it's still in the making. I can make videos by myself, but with other people I still gotta figure it out. What else? Keep going.
I don't understand people that show their face on YouTube. It's just weird to me. I hate cameras.
For me, it's just like I just don't want these people to just hear a voice and not know who I am. But I mean, I started this YouTube channel. I'm 16, and I started it, I think, in late August because I was bored one day. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do a Star Wars podcast, and then I did it, and look where we are now. I love just meeting new people because all my podcasts have been with people I just talked to on DM on Instagram.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I haven't really did it with anybody I know. Are you into you ever see those troopers on Instagram, like people customize like the PNG files, OCs?
Oh, 3D printing?
Well, not 3D printing. It's like trooper templates. It's like they draw them and stuff.
Like cosplaying or like?
It's hard to explain. I just did most of the guests on here were Star Wars artists.
Oh, do you mean those like trooper templates like those
Ye-
accounts?
Yeah, those.
I know. I've talked to one of them. There's a few that have started popping up on my feed, and I'm not really sure how they even do those because it's all like the same.
Have
they
you
do.
do you know who the Eric Jesse is? He's an artist. You do?
I do not.
Uh, uh, I was just wondering because most of the people were artists. Are you an artist by any chance? Do you do art?
I have no artistic skill at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Entire artistic skill. I steal from people, and it just kind of gets lost.
So, have you ever talked to when you're at Galaxy's Edge? Have you ever talked to the stormtroopers?
I didn't personally talk to them, but they're like we did follow them for a few hours and listen to them be goofy with people, and it was pretty fun.
For me, I went up to them, and then they said a lightsaber, and then they said, "We'll think of you as a collector, only a collector." I was like, man. And then I see a Ray walking down because she's like at this X-wing part, and I see Ray and Chewie. I'm like, Ray, I have your lightsaber, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's where it went. And then she went on with her business.
Like we haven't got to yet.
I would be like, when I was walking through Galaxy's Edge, I'd see people with their custom lightsabers. I'm like, come on, like, please. Like, custom lightsabers will always be cooler than legacy lightsabers. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't know.
Because you get
depends on the lightsaber. Like Count Dooku's is amazing. I want to get his.
So my plan, because there was like 5 people that bought lightsabers. So my plan was to buy the lightsabers from them. So I currently I'm gonna consider the darksaber because I can technically get it back if I wanted to. But I have the darksaber, Rey's yellow lightsaber, Ahsoka Tano's, and the only ones I'm missing is the Darth Maul ones, both blade. I mean hilts, and you can double bladed. I'm gonna get that in the summer because this guy, one of my friends, he's like, you know what, hit me up in the summer and we'll see what we can do. So he wants to sell me that one, and then there's a Count Dooku one, but this kid, he wants a ridiculous price for it. I'm like, no. But soon I will have a collection. Oh, also on one of my Ahsoka Tano lightsabers, you know the short hilt.
Yeah, the Shoto?
Yeah, that one doesn't work.
Oh no.
So as soon as I put the blade in, it makes the sound like choo, makes that sound. And then as soon as I turn on I turn it on, it makes this noise. And it just didn't work.
Okay. Like if you switch the blades, would it work?
I have multiple blades. I tried switching them, didn't work. I changed the batteries, didn't work. I looked at the prongs. They looked just fine. I cleaned it, still wouldn't work. And apparently there are a lot of lightsabers that do that, like they just don't work. But hey, at least the main one works.
Kind of sad. Spend all that money one and then just doesn't do anything.
$350. But hey,
let you change the like
do they
the
let
legacy
me change, like the legacy lightsabers? Wait, what do you mean?
Like can you disassemble it a little bit to get the crystal out and switch colors, or is it just the color that it is?
That's a excellent question. So all legacy lightsabers, they do not have a crystal inside them. You can't. The only part you can like take apart is like you unscrew the bottom and you replace the batteries. But no, they don't have a crystal inside of them. But the Ahsoka Tano lightsabers, this is why I really wanted them. They're the only legacy lightsaber to change color. And for her lightsaber, it's green, but there's this button. If you hold it down for 5 seconds, it'll change to blue. And then they make different noises too.
Oh, that's cool.
And the only legacy lightsaber to have a visible crystal is the Shadow Collective Darth Maul lightsaber hilt.
It's like a walking stick.
No, not that one. That one's the Rebel one. I'm talking about. Have you watched season 7 Clone Wars?
Yeah.
It's that lightsaber. Have you seen him fight Ahsoka?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's so he has his regular hill, but then he has a new hill that attaches to it. It's that one, and you can see the crystal, but you can't take it out.
Huh. I guess I never really noticed his like. I was kind of watching Ahsoka more than anyone else because she was.
Yeah,
using,
not a lot of people was. Not a lot of people know about that.
She was using like that I know in real life.
I also did. So I'm like really good with cards and like magic, and I have a YouTube channel with and I do magic tricks and stuff with cards. So I see my friend. He's like, I'm like, what did you get? And he's like, oh, I got Sabak. I'm like, what? Because I didn't know you could get that there, and I was like in shock because I love cards. So then I go there immediately. I just buy it, $20. But I buy it, and I'm like, oh yes. And then let's flash forward 2 weeks later. I bring it to school. Next thing I know, we are all playing Sabak, and it's fun. So I have that, and then you know the Jedi tokens or the Sith tokens. You know those? They look like
the little
like rocks. Like not really rocks, but I can't explain. They're like the
I know what you're talking about. They got like their face.
Yeah. I have a Darth Maul one, and then I got a Darth Vader one. So I have those two, and then that's really it. Because I wasn't. I did. All right, I'm gonna tell you this. I did not buy the Ahsoka Tano lightsabers at Galaxy's Edge. I bought it a couple of weeks later, when we came back, because obviously I couldn't afford it. I'm 16. You thought I could I would have that's over $500, and you think a 16-year-old would have that money, and I don't even have a job.
You gotta go rob somebody.
I had at Disney I had $327 to spend, and I was so tempted to spend all of it on that one day, but it's just, what if there was something else? But I bought Rey's lightsaber, so I had no hesitation. Did not even look at the price because I knew I could get out. Just give me Rey's lightsaber right now. I was thinking about getting Kylo Ren's.
I wish it's personal lightsaber. Like that should have been from the beginning of the trilogy.
What, the yellow one?
Yeah. That's technically the first yellow we've seen in the movies, right? Like, I don't think there's been another yellow aside. In the Clone Wars, there was the Temple Guards, but otherwise, no one uses yellow.
Yeah, you are right. First live action. Well, the only other person to use yellow that I know is and it's in the books. Asajj Ventress. She buys a yellow lightsaber off the black market, and there you go. But she technically didn't make it, so.
I forget that she has a book. I read it years ago, and I just keep forgetting about it.
So where's your lightsaber now?
I got a little stand off of Amazon, and it's just kind of hanging on my wall.
Man, is that the only lightsaber you have?
That I got from Galaxy's Edge, but I have a couple other lightsabers. What was the website called?
Is it like NeoPixel, Art Saber, Saber? Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I got 2 from them. There was a sale one for something where you buy one, the second one's like half off or something. So I was like, I need to do that. So I got to do that. But they're kind of kilts. Still cool though.
Do you have any I'm just gonna call them legacy. Do you have any character lightsabers, or are they just all custom?
I don't think I have any more of the. Well, I don't have any legacy ones for sure, but I might.
Do you have any character lightsabers?
Have a Target ripoff lightsaber,
I used to be obsessed with the the Target at first. I still have like the Target caliber lightsaber, like it's like the foldable one. I have
Mhm.
that, and it felt so big in my hand. But when you compare it to the Raise Hill, it's so heavy. It's like so huge. It makes my little Caloran one feel so tiny. But it's big. Yeah, the Raise lightsaber is it's the heaviest one you could have. That's why I also lost when I was dueling random people. He was using Count Dooku lightsaber too. It wasn't my fault. I would have lost anyways.
It looks so much tinier than the rest of them, at least from what I've seen. Short handle.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Oh.
If you stay tuned, tomorrow I'll upload the video, and it's lightsaber reviews for the Ahsoka and the Rays. I have 3 blades. I just want. Oh my gosh. When you're walking throughout Disney, people like the Darksaber more because they kept asking about my brother's Darksaber. So I got jealous. I'm like, do you care about mine? Everybody's like, yeah, that's cool.
I would have legitimately been dueling people all day if I had the Darksaber.
Everyone kept asking to hold it and touch it, and I was like, man, tell me, because but then you know what he did. You wanna know why I don't have it anymore?
You lost it in a duel.
Well, no. I can't say the reason, but one of my other good friends has it now. It's in good hands. But I mean, I bet if I ask him because I really, I offered to trade him the Ahsoka ones for the Darksaber because I really want it back. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, man, I might just ask him if I could do a lightsaber review video on it.
Just kind of borrow it back a little bit.
Yeah. So have you did you eat any food at Galaxy's Edge? You remember?
No. We did not spend any money that we didn't need to. So the food was not really part of our thing.
For me, I think I only ate one thing there. I went to this little place. I got this chocolate. It's called Outpost Puff. And it was like a chocolate, just chocolate, literally just straight up chocolate, like ice cream and stuff. I hated it. Too much chocolate. And they had these it looked like oranges, like orange slices. I eat one. It's so spicy.
Ugh.
It's just way too much chocolate. And then, but I ate it all still because I didn't want to waste money.
Orange and chocolate. Who would have thought to put those together?
I know. Well, maybe because they want to be exotic. The one thing that I really wanted. Well, no, I didn't really want it.
Did you go on any of the
rides?
Yeah, I was gonna. They don't really feel like rides to me, but they're more like mini games. Well, one is a ride for sure.
I don't think you said the last time you were there was when you were 15, right?
That was the first time I went. I went like 3-4 months ago. Second time.
So you did you ride the rise of Resistance First Order? I can't remember what it's called.
I think it's the Rise of Resistance.
All right, did you ride that one?
That one was amazing.
Apparently, I did not ride that one because I did. The line was way too long. Didn't want to wait for that, so I rode the other ones. I rode the Millennium Falcon. That ride was pretty sick, but it's me for my friends. We're sitting in. Did you ride the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah.
All right, so you know how there's like 2 pilots and 2 gunners and then 2 engineers?
Yeah.
So there's 4 of us, and then they get 2 random people as engineers. So me and so my brother and his friend are the pilot, and then me and my other friend are the gunner. But then they get this old lady and this young girl as the engineers. And while we're flying, I look back, they're just sitting there. They're not doing what they're supposed to. It made me so mad because we did horrible because of them. They did not press the buttons they were supposed to press. Man, the old lady was there. Why did they even let her in?
When we went on it, my mom got the engineer, and she just was panicking the whole time. And I'm like, you just have to press buttons. Just figure it out.
What did you do?
Oh, I was the pilot both times I went on.
Of course. The pilot is probably the best one you could do. But my brother, so he was the part where you had to move it forward and back, but he thought it's supposed to be you're moving the Falcon up and down, but he thought you were supposed to move it forward and then backwards. So we crashed a lot.
Oh, like, wait. Like, he thought he was going, like, accelerating?
He thought yeah, that's what, yeah. He thought it was like an accelerator thing.
That's funny.
So, yeah, we obviously, we earned 1,000 credits, and that is horrible.
I don't even remember what the scores were. I do remember crashing a fair amount, though. So...
The one, I think the worst Star Wars ride was the first one. I think it's called Star Cruiser.
Oh, it was Star Tours originally.
Star Tours, yeah, that's what it is. It's called Star Tours.
I do agree, it's probably but it's very nostalgic because that was the first Star Wars ride ever before there was even Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, I rode that one, and then the lady said, "Watch out!" She said, "Be careful with your lightsaber," and everybody looked at me. Because my brother, his dark saber can fit in the case, but for me, I actually have to carry the lightsaber because the blade won't fit in the case. So I just carried it. And then we went on it. It was cool. Not that cool, actually. It was kind of horrible. Oh, also, close to it's at night, right? I see this Cal Kestis cosplayer. I'm like, oh, let's get a picture. I turn on my lightsaber, and Antonio turns on his dark saber. This Cal Kestis guy must have a NeoPixel or something. That lightsaber was so bright. It was brighter than me and Antonio's combined. It was so bright. I have the picture, but it was so bright. And I'm like, Jesus. And then I'm like, yeah, thanks for the picture. That lightsaber must have been $700. Like, it was so good. He was wearing the full outfit of Cal Kestis. You know who Cal Kestis is?
Yeah, Fallen Order. Do they
Yeah.
like cosplay in there?
Yeah, there are cosplayers in there. I saw a tech cosplayer in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
remember hearing
what were you
story
gonna say?
that Disney got very mad at someone for dressing up as a Disney princess because she was better than their actors there. I thought
Really?
I thought that was just a rule across all of Disney. Maybe not.
So the week after, all right, so we're in Florida for a week, right? The next week, they decide to add the Cal Kestis legacy lightsaber there. And I've never been so disappointed in my life because I would have gotten that lightsaber.
I would want to get it if I could get the double-bladed version, not the broken one.
The broken one, the broken one would look cool for display. That's really what the lightsabers are for. Like I knew I was gonna get it for display, but I was like, man, I just have to duel with it. But it's for display. Sitting on this little shelf.
I love double-bladed lightsabers. I wish more people used them.
Do you think your lightsaber was worth the money?
Definitely.
Everybody's like, why would you spend that much money on a toy? I'm like, they have no idea what power we have. They have no idea what it feels like to own one. It's so worth it. Galaxy's Edge. Oh, go ahead.
It was just a fun experience more than anything else. Like, once you're not gonna live at Disney World. You're not gonna live at Galaxy's Edge. So I would totally waste money to go do things there.
I just remembered. Here's the real blockbuster of the story, guys. Pay attention. So, this is probably the best day I left with Galaxy's Edge, and believe it or not, I got this for free. Just remember that. So I'm sitting down because after I bought the lightsaber, I'm sitting down. You know, I'm tired. I'm walking all day. This Jedi, I'm thinking he's a Jedi. He's in robes. He's got like 5 custom lightsabers on his back. He's got a big box, and he's got a bunch of like backpacks and Star Wars patches and stuff. Crazy fan, right? I think he's a fan. He walks up to me. He's like, I see you bought a lightsaber. Here's a credit. And he gave me a metal Imperial credit that was in like a little case for free. And it was heavy too, but it was free. And I look up to tell him thank you, and he was gone. That is my most prized possession. It's right here in the center between the Ahsoka lightsabers. It's my most prized possession. No one touches it. It was the way. It's not how it's worth. It's only worth like $8, but it's not what it's worth. It's how I got it. That's so valuable.
Like,
and I only know 2 people in the world that has this, because one of my friends got one too, because he was sitting right next to me.
There was just some guy walking around handing out credits, like.
Yeah, I don't even know. I translated the Arabic that was on the credit. It was ROWE, Row. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I looked it up. You know, I don't know. Maybe he custom made it. And I asked the cast members. I went to some cast members. I asked if they sold these here, and they scanned it and everything, and they didn't sell them at Disney. So it's probably custom or something. My most prized possession.
I'm Googling Row right now to see if I can figure it out. Galactic Credit Standard on Wikipedia.
Really? Oh, I thought that would be like the guy's name or something, but never mind.
Star Wars Roleplay? Yeah. I'm finding a lot of weird things.
What if... I bet I looked it up. I used like Google Lens, and I found out it's probably worth it's only worth like $8. It depends what color you have. There's silver, bronze, gold, and I have the gold one. But if it was silver, it would look like Beskar.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I was just looking up random things, but it kind of just gave me pictures of Imperial credits and wasn't being more helpful. Probably just cost.
It's like $8. I'm pretty sure on eBay. It's like $8. I don't buy stuff from eBay, but usually people go on that to see how much something's really worth. Amazon, I'm pretty sure it's like $8 too.
Triple the price.
Huh?
eBay, they like triple the price.
What is it? Like 20? It's just a single credit.
No, I mean on eBay, they just in general they triple the price. Like anything you buy there. Kind of the same thing.
I don't trust eBay.
Depends on what you get. Random credits, I could probably 3D print it.
Do you have a 3D printer?
Yeah. Until I move and I have more space in my room, I won't be using it, but I do have one.
Interesting. That's cool. In my robotics class, there's a 3D printer, but
I haven't printed much, but one of the first things I did is I printed a little mini Star Destroyer. One of my favorite little things I have.
Yeah. How much is like a 3D printer?
They vary in price a lot. You can get a really small one for like $300-$400. But they are really small and you can't print too many things on it, but I mean printing small things is still pretty cool.
Now that when I think about prices, someone's like, "Oh, I just bought this thing for $500." I'm like, that's 2 lightsabers from Disney right there. And then this podcast, sometimes when people get mad at me, if teachers or people get mad at me, I always think to myself, I'm like, I bet this person doesn't have a Star Wars podcast with 121 subscribers, huh? And they don't. I love doing podcasts. It's fun.
How long have you been doing podcast?
I've been doing this podcast for a couple months. I think since late August. I can't remember. But yeah, I think, and I took what was it, 4 months? No, I was starting off pretty well. First 7 episodes I put out. Then I take like a 2-month break, and then I pop out another 7 episodes. I think I took another month break, and now I'm posting podcasts now. I've been trying to get other podcasts to do podcasts with me, and so far I have not been successful. Because usually they say, "Oh yeah, we make a day," and they just forget about it, and they won't answer me, or they just won't even answer me. They'll just leave me seen or delivered.
Well, I'm not usually into podcasts. If you ever want me back, I'll do it as much as you want. It's fun talking to people.
It is fun, and then maybe when the Kenobi series comes out, we'll do a breakdown video.
I would be down for that.
I can't wait, because right when that Kenobi series is coming out, this podcast is gonna change. Also, I'm starting a new series, because podcasts take time to plan and to do. So I got this idea, and I was like, maybe I need to put some content in between podcasts. Do you ever watch YouTube Shorts?
A little bit. I mean, I kind of watch the identical thing on Instagram, the Reels, but I have seen YouTube Shorts a little bit.
So do you know those people that do the little Star Wars quick facts, like who was Darth Vader, and then they explain it in a YouTube short?
Oh yeah, I want to make some of those.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start making those. I already have 2 of them made. I just haven't uploaded them, but it's called minicast. That's what I'm calling them. It's just some little quick lore, quick facts, just to get some content out there.
I have 4 or 5 of them on the different lightsaber fighting styles. That's something you can't really go into a lot of detail on because it's a small section on some of the books.
Well, if you were a Jedi, use.
Sorry, what'd you say? You kind of blocked out for a second.
Man, I knew it. Hold up. Let me just... Oh, crap. Hold up. I'm connecting. I think the thing's disconnected. Alright. So, what lightsaber form would you use?
Probably 5.
I forgot what that one was called. I remember the few names. But
I believe 5 is the one... That's one Obi-Wan uses in episode 1, I think. Where's my...
Does Anakin use Form 6?
Yeah.
I
think Darth Maul uses 7.
Yeah, Darth Maul uses 7. I would probably end up using 7, like Mace Windu. Or, Form 2, I hate it. But I don't care how good it is, I would never use it. Would you see yourself being a Jedi or a Sith?
If I was in Star Wars, I'd 100% be a Mandalorian or a bounty hunter of some kind.
Yes.
I would fit in either Jedi or Sith.
You said you have all the crystals, right? All the colors?
I believe so. There's only 5 of them, right? Plus black, but you can't just buy it. You can find it.
You don't have the black one? I don't blame you for not having the black one. That's impossible to get.
Yeah, I still don't know how you're supposed to get it.
Some people would use the flashlight trick, but I'm pretty sure they already fixed that problem. You could hold the little capsule, and if you shine your flashlight, and if you can't see through the crystal, it's a black one. Wait, so you have let me think. There's purple, red, white, yellow, blue, and green.
I don't think there's yellow. At least not that I saw. There wasn't any yellow.
There is I swear to God, there's a yellow one. I swear to God, there is a yellow one. It has to.
I guess there might have been. Maybe they were just out of stock. Because when I went the first time, I bought the white one, and then because I didn't make the lightsaber the first time, but I still bought a crystal. And the second time, I got green with my lightsaber, and then I bought purple, blue, and red. I think I made it purple, then bought green. Whatever the order.
Did you buy a holocron?
Yeah.
Which holocron do you have, Jedi or Sith?
I have the Jedi one. I didn't realize it made noises when I put the crystal in. So like I was just kind of looking at it, and I thought it just made random noises. Then I put the crystal in, and Obi-Wan started yelling at me.
What color? Wait, what was that? Crystal blue?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It tells you what whose crystal you have.
Oh, so each blue could be different? Like I could get one with Anakin?
Yeah.
Oh. Now
So like, you could put like your red one, your purple one. Your purple one would probably end up being Mace Windu, but
if it's not Mace Windu, that'd be really confusing.
yeah. So you could put all your crystals in there. For me, I wanted to buy Holocron, but guess what? Out of stock. I was gonna get a Sith one.
Yeah, they were out of the
one.
last. Yeah, so many Jedi ones though.
For me, all gone. I got so lucky that the lightsabers weren't out of stock, because there are some days where there are no lightsabers that you can buy.
Yeah, I think they restock every week, or they have like a limit to how many they put out. Because there was one, because we were up in Florida for a whole 2 weeks, but we were only at Disney for like half a week. And the Friday that we went, they had them back in stock, but the rest of the week they were out.
You got lucky. Wait.
I wasn't lucky because I didn't have enough money at that point.
Yeah. I was like,
salt on a wound. It's like, we have it, but you can't buy it.
salt on a wound. We are reaching the I try to keep these at first I try to keep the podcast at 30 minutes, but things get real deep, and then we go for I think the longest podcast I've ever done was like 2 hours, but I edited it into like an hour or 40 minutes, I can't remember. But we're about to hit the 1 hour mark.
Well, that's been fun talking to you.
Huh?
I said it's been fun talking to you.
Yeah, it is. It has been fun. It's always a pleasure. Actually, you know what? I think it would be a good time to leave off from here. So, guys, thanks for listening to this episode of the Dovis Cantina. We got the minicast series coming out. Mason, thanks for coming out. I'd love to have you on the podcast again.
I will come back anytime.
And and as always, guys, may the force be with you.